Welcome back to Inside Politics. Our guests today, Larry Woods, Democratic strategist, and Deborah Maggart, former state representative on the GOP side, who's also now with the Civic Point Government Relations Group. Folks, we're going to have a lot of congressional and legislative races, and in both cases, we're looking at changes in at least in terms of the incumbents, where a lot of people are either moving around or not running. I mean, Larry, we could have 3, maybe 4 of our 9 congressional members change. Either a couple of them are running, one's running for governor, one's running for the Senate, and others are not running at all. That would be a lot in one cycle.
And I know Deborah pointed out as we were getting ready to go on the air that 18 seats are open in the State House of Representatives. Somebody noticed to me the other day, this is the 3rd time in our history that we've had an election both for an open Senate seat and an open governor seat. And in all 3 elections, Phil Bredeson's been one of the candidates.
Really?
He lost in '94 to Sundquist, beat Van Hillary in 2002.
And won in 2002. Yeah, that's right.
So it's going to be a change.
Change always happens. In a lot of cases, it's randomly. But as much as we're having at this time, does that say something about what's changing in terms of both Capitol Hill in Nashville and Capitol Hill in Washington?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities. Some people are just tired of being in it. Some people are going on to other things. We have, quite a few members that want to run for something else. They're like you said earlier, they're looking at local government opportunities. So, it's hard to be in the legislature, to be away from your family for 4 months and your job. It's a 4-day week. Here in Nashville, and some people, after a while, it gets tiring. So I think some people are leaving too because of the change. With the Speaker leaving, with Speaker Harwell leaving and running for governor, I think some of the older members thought it was they should go too, and so it'll be interesting to see the new folks that come in, how it works out, because the Democrats seem to be very energized, and I think the Republicans need to be very sure they pay attention to that.
Larry, the change in Washington may also have something to do, and this may be true to some degree in Tennessee, although it's a little bit more muted down here, except for what happened with one of the state representatives being ousted from office. But this Me Too campaign, the sexual harassment focused is not only in politics but throughout our society, is making a big difference. And you think some people may be deciding this is a good time. I don't want to necessarily be involved in that.
As you know, I've volunteered and worked in politics all my life, and what I'm about to say is equally true for Republicans and Democrats. I've met a lot of people in politics who are the type of folks that are going to get named in the Me Too campaign and should get named and should get shamed and publicized. I full well expect to see dozens more members of Congress get named. I full well expect to see many present past members of our state legislature get named. And if I don't see it, I'll be stunned if I don't see that.
Deborah is somebody who works up on the Hill. This year there are new digs to go to see the legislature up in the Cordell Hull building, but you're going to need sort of a scorecard now in the Senate this year for the change that's already going on there, but perhaps a lot in both the House and the Senate after next year's election.
Absolutely. We'll have to pay even more attention to these folks that are running, so we already have a better idea who they are before they get there, because there's so many to keep up with.
There'll be a new governor next year. We've got a 5-member GOP race on the Republican side. Is anybody besides undecided threatening to be in the lead? It looks to me from the polls I've seen, it's either been about who do you have positive name recognition of, not who you're going to vote for. And when they do put that in there, undecided leads the field right now still pretty strongly. Is that kind of where the race is right now? Who's likely to emerge as the top 2 or 3 people when we do start getting into who you're going to vote for?
I think the money counts. The people that have got or can raise the money are going to be in the lead in that Republican primary for governor before it's over. And that means Randy Boyd, Diane Black, Mr. Lee in Franklin, and Beth Harwell, which seems to me to say to May Beavers, the 5th candidate there, that she's got nowhere to go.
Deborah, is it possible that some of the candidates may decide after looking at where the money is when we find out at the end of this month that maybe they're going to reassess their situation in the race? All 5 will stay in, or maybe not all 5 may not?
I think it'll come down to the top 3. I think will end up being Randy Boyd, Diane Black, and Beth Harwell. Now, I think that May Beavers may be considering running for county mayor. That's what the rumor is all over Wilson County. The rumor out there is that their county party has been trying to have a caucus instead of a primary, where you go and actually vote at the ballot box, and that they did get permission from the state Republican Party back in December to do that. So that's what the rumor is that's what she's going to do.
And Larry, the Democratic candidate will be Carl Dean or Craig Fitzhugh?
Carl Dean, as of today, Carl Dean will win that Democratic primary for governor. He's got more money and more name recognition than Fitzhugh. Fitzhugh, however, has many, many friends for his many years of service to the state.
Is that why you said as of today? Is that why you said as of today?
Yes, Fitzhugh could still win that election, is what I'm saying, if Dean doesn't pay attention and continue to raise money, et cetera.
To both of you, we have, even though the Democrats and the Republicans have split time in the governor's office evenly since 1966, that's a long period of time. Most people think of this as a red state. Is there a chance at all that a Democrat can win the governor's race in this state this year?
The fact that there's an open Senate race going on changes the usual math. There's going to be a higher vote turnout than we expect in a non-presidential election. So yes, that increases the chances for Dean, Fitzhugh, and Bredesen. Does it increase it enough? I'm not sure. I'd like to say yes, but it's just too early to tell.
Very quickly,
I'm going to stay with it. I'm going to say we're still a red state. I think we're going to be Republicans.
Deborah Maggot, thank you for joining us. Larry Wood, thank you for joining us. It's going to be a heck of a year, and I'm sure we'll have you guys back to analyze it more as we get further into 2018. And thank you for joining us this week on Inside Politics. Hope you'll be back here again for a future show. If you can't get enough politics in the meantime, go to the News Channel 5 website. You'll find my Capitol View commentary there. The Zoo commentary posted every Friday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here next time. Goodbye.